Ruby Chanda J. Crisostomo, Project Development Officer 4 from the Human Resource Development Division.
Good morning! Magandang umaga po sa lahat. I am tasked today to discuss to you your the frequently asked questions. We have gathered these questions through your registration, and later on we will try to answer also questions from the live chat. Thank you very much. But before I start with the FAQs, I'd like to clarify one slide from the presentation of Yusek Cabral. This is pertaining to the head teachers 1 to 5 and ASP 1 who opted to retain their positions. Okay, so as presented in the slide, our ASP or ASP1 and head teacher 1 to 5 may opt to retain or retitle their current position. If they opt to retain their current position, they shall function this. They shall perform the same function, and as well as they may opt to retitle or to be retitled to the equivalent position within the 3-year transition period. However, after the 3-year transition period, the item of the HT1 to 5 or ASP1 shall be tagged as coterminous to the incumbent. As such, the promotion opportunities of such incumbents shall only be through natural vacancy. The reclassification option for those positions or those incumbents who opted to retain their items shall no longer be available. So, ang mangyayari po nito, if ever po i-retain po natin pinili nating i-retain yung item natin as head teacher 1 to 5, head teacher 1 or 2 or 3 or hanggang 5, we can be promoted to school principal position through natural vacancy. Ngayon, kailan po magkakaroon ng natural vacancy? It's either through creation of new position, either through retirement of the incumbent, resignation of the incumbent, or any form of separation. So, ganun po yung ating promotion opportunities if we retain our positions. On the other hand, if the incumbent chooses to retitle to the equivalent master teacher or teacher position, the promotion will be through natural vacancy or reclassification along the lines of the expanded career progression, either through classroom teaching or school administration. Kasi they will be entitled to the switching of the career line. So that's it for the clarification. Let's now go to, I hope that is clear, we will be sending you a copy of this presentation with the corrected slide. Thank you very much. We will also be uploading the slides through our Facebook page. Okay, let's go to the frequently asked question. The first question we have received is, can head teachers be reclassified to higher position without passing the NQuest? So, marami pong nagtatanong nito, even dito po sa aming live chat, isahan ko na lang pong sasagutin. So, the answer to this question is no, kung mababasa niyo po ang ating IRR for Executive Order 174, Section 17C of the IRR, adapted administered school head assessment shall be required. However, there is an ongoing effort currently being done by the BHROD to refocus the NQuest on competency assessment, thereby establishing strength and development areas of aspiring principals. Ito po yung nabanggit ni Yusek, So, we cannot really do away with our NQuest, or principal's test, or in the future, any DepEd administered school head assessment. However, we are exploring our EnQuest, and studying other forms of assessment which we can do in the future. For now, the short answer to this question is yes, a DepEd administered school head assessment is required for appointment or reclassification to school principal positions. Next question, please. Okay, sabi dito, will there be a demotion of current positions? No? The answer to that is no. Under the ECP system, only retitling to equivalent positions is mentioned relative to head teachers and assistant school principals. The system aims to create more career opportunities and provide clearer career paths for teachers and school heads. So, ang purpose po talaga ng ECP system for us to be promoted, not demoted, no? So ang nabanggit lang po sa executive order and sa IRR natin is the retitling to equivalent position or reclassification to higher positions or appropriate positions in the ECP. There will be no demotion na mangyayari po dito sa ating ECP system. Next question po. Okay. When will be the effectivity of the retitling of positions? Okay. Sige po. So once the DBM DepEd Joint Circular, yung nabanggit po ni Yuse kanina na policy instruments, no? Once the DBM DepEd Joint Circular is approved, the DepEd will issue guidelines on the implementation of the transitory provisions as discussed earlier. These guidelines shall include the process and the timeline of retitling of position. So, ang target po natin to release the guidelines on the transitory provisions is mga March to April of this year po. Doon pa lang po tayo magsa-start, no? Mag-retitle ng ating mga positions. However, there will be a process to that. So, abangan po natin yung DepEd order na yan. Sige po. Next slide, please. Okay. So what are the qualification standards for reclassification to school principal 1? So nabanggit po ni Yuse kanina na isa sa mga policy instruments na kailangan natin pong ipalabas, no, after the IRR is the revised or the new qualification standards for school principal positions. So ito po ay naisubmit na namin sa Civil Service Commission. And hopefully, lumabas na po siya through a CSC resolution very soon, no? We are hoping to have it approved in the near future. So, ano po ang nilalaman nitong proposed qualification standards for P1? Okay, for education, a master's degree in education or educational management or educational leadership or a master's degree in relevant learning area with at least 9 units in management. So that is the minimum education requirement for school principal 1. For training, our requirement is 32 hours of training in any of or a cumulative of the following: curriculum, pedagogy, school management and operations, instructional leadership, acquired within the last 5 years. So, ito po ay since reclassification or promotion po ito, no? We will be requiring training acquired within the last 5 years. So, para po na-update tayo in terms of training. Next, for experience, the minimum qualification for experience is 5 years teaching experience and 1 year relevant experience in any of the following: learning area coordination, subject area supervision, school management and operation, and instructional supervision. So ayan po, no, as teacher or head teacher, sana po naman, no, ay pasado tayo dito sa experience requirement. For eligibility, the requirement is RA 1080 or teacher. Kung mapapansin nyo po dito, hindi na natin ini-specify kung ang kanyang eligibility or ang kanyang LET is elementary or secondary. Which means an applicant for a school principal may apply to a position in the elementary or secondary level. Okay. And in addition to the QS, of course, sabi nga po sa ating IRR, we need to pass the DepEd administered school head assessment. So yan, pwede pong principal's test, pwede pong NQuest, or any DepEd administered school head assessment that may be required in the future. Okay, next slide please. Next, what are the qualification? Okay, sorry, tapos na po ako dyan. How will the conversion of vacant positions be implemented? So as mentioned earlier, the process of conversion shall be done at the SDO and RO levels or dito po sa ating mga division and regional offices. Specific guidelines and process flow on the conversion of vacant positions shall be included in the DepEd order on the implementation of the transitory provisions of EO 174 and its IRR. So, ika-clarify ko lang po dito, ang sabi po sa ating IRR, all existing vacant positions shall be converted to teacher 1, no? At binabanggit din po, no, sa mga sumusunod na provisions of the IRR that in the future, in case po ma-vacate ang position, halimbawa po halimbawa po master teacher 2, na-vacate po siya through retirement, resignation, no? The position will be posted for 1 year, and then the division will be required to fill up that position for a period of 1 year. And then kung hindi po nila yun ma-fill up, the position will be converted to teacher 1. That applies to all positions in the ECP system. So, kasama po dito yung teacher 2 to teacher 7, master teacher 1 to master teacher 5, and school principal positions. Paano naman po kapag po ang vacated position ay wala na, no longer available in the ECP system? Halimbawa po, head teacher or assistant school principal positions. Wala na po ito sa ECP system. What if po in the future, ma-vacate siya, nag-retire na po kunwari ang incumbent? Ang mangyayari po is that applicable pa rin po itong naka-flash, no? The position will be converted to teacher 1. Hindi na po siya ipapublish. Outright po dapat yung conversion of the positions that are no longer in the ECP system. Okay, next slide please. Now, what is the process of switching from classroom teaching to school administration career line? Okay, the answer to that is the incumbent shall apply through the usual reclassification process. Or natural vacancy, pwede din po kung bakante po yung position, pwede din pong natural vacancy. Subject to the CSE approved QS, the school head assessment, and the comparative assessment to be conducted by the HRM-PSB or its subcommittee, as well as assessment, as well as the applicable staffing standards and deployment parameters for school head. No? So kung ano man po ang ma-approve na deployment parameters for school head. For example, ngayon po pinag-uusapan natin yung 1:1 ratio, no? So depende po 'yan sa applicable staffing standards and deployment parameters for school principal. In the next slide, meron din po tayong proseso kung paano yung pag-switch naman back to the classroom teaching. So pabalik naman tayo, as usual pa rin po, the incumbent shall apply through reclassification, through the usual reclassification process, subject to the assessment, yung atin pong CSE required QS, the performance requirement. So nakikita nyo na po ito dun sa ating DepEd Order 20. And the comparative assessment to be conducted by the HRM-PSB and or its subcommittee, subject to applicable staffing standards for master teachers. So may mga nagtatanong, ano po ba, may ratio pa rin po ba ng master teachers? Meron pa rin po at makapaloob po yan sa ating DBM DepEd Joint Circular. So ngayon po ang ating pinag-uusapang ratio, no, with DBM is 1:5 across the board. Okay, next slide please. Okay. What is the career progression options for head teachers who choose the classroom teaching career line, no? Ang tanong naman niya po dito, paano po pag nag-retitle ako to the equivalent master teacher or teacher position? So head teachers who opted to retitle or to be retitled to the equivalent teaching or master teacher position may progress along the ECP system up to master teacher 5. So, pwede po silang ma-promote along that line or they may opt to switch to school principal or school administration track. Subject again to the CSE QS, subject to assessments and applicable staffing standards. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay. Can an NQuest qualifier be reclassified to school principal 1 position even without a master's degree? Okay, so sabi po natin sa QS, no, yung CSE approved QS, minimum requirement po iyon. So kung wala pong master's degree, ibig sabihin po hindi siya qualified to apply or to be reclassified to a principal 1 position. All incumbents who wish to be reclassified to school principal position shall be required to meet the CSE approved QS. So kahit pa po NQuest qualifier na siya, kung wala po siyang kung hindi niya po na-meet yung QS natin, hindi po siya qualified to apply to school principal position either through reclassification or natural vacancy. Sige po. Next slide, please. Ayan. Will NQuest passers be prioritized for appointment to school principal positions? Ang sagot po natin dyan ay yes po. During the 3-year transition period, NQuest passers holding HT or ASP position shall be considered on-stream candidates. Nabanggit po ito ni Yusek kanina, no? Anong ibig sabihin ng on-stream? No? They will be provided priority in terms of the provision of professional development interventions to equip them of the necessary competencies to become full-fledged principals. Sabi po ni Yuse kanina, we will be strengthening our L&D based on your results of the NQuest. And they shall have priority on promotion or reclass to appropriate school principal positions without passing through the Master Teacher 1 position. So this is applicable only within the 3-year transition period. So ano po ang mensahe nito sa atin? Tapusin na po natin ang ating NQuest, tapusin na po natin ang ating Master so that po mabilis po, mabigyan po tayo ng opportunity to become full-fledged principals. And the last slide. Ayan, naulit po itong tanong, is passing the NQuest still a requirement for becoming a school principal? Yes, nabanggit na din po ito sa ating DepEd Order 21, Series of 2024. Kakalabas lang po last year, December. The NQuest is still one of the requirements for first appointment to school principal positions. Under the ECP system naman, a DepEd-administered school head assessment shall likewise be required. So maybe in the future, hindi na pwedeng mag-iba po yung pangalan niya, pwede pong mag-iba yung ating proseso ng assessment, but definitely there will be a DepEd-administered school head assessment. Okay, so I think that ends my frequently asked questions. Back to you, Miss Marika. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Chanda, for presenting the frequently asked questions, and we hope that you were provided clarity through the previous session. So on top of that, I'll be reading some questions that were responded by our moderators privately through our Q&A session. So may isa pong tanong dito. Good day po. Currently po ay head teacher 2 po ang designation ko. If ever po mag-resign ako and mag-re-apply sa DepEd after several years, babalik po ba ako as teacher 1? Ang sagot po ay no. As per DepEd Order 20 Series of 2024, you may apply to vacant positions appropriate to your qualifications and eligibility. Isa pong tanong galing din sa ating audience. If a head teacher 6 or a master teacher 2 chooses to become a principal 1, is there a requirement that they need to be an NCRUSH passer? So ang sagot po ay yes. So per section 17 of the implementing rules and regulations of EO 174, a DepEd administered school head assessment shall be required. However, an ongoing effort is currently being done to refocus the NCRUSH as a competency assessment, thereby establishing strength and development areas of aspiring principals. If may mga katanungan pa po tayo, pwede po kayong mag-send sa Q&A chat. So, isa pa pong tanong, for clarification daw po, good day, ako po ay isang NCRUSH passer. Kaya lang po, hindi pa po ako qualified noon na magparang for a principal. Nitong nakaraan lang po ako na call for principal position kasi wala pa po akong head teacher for 1 year. Based po sa napakinggan, may option po kami na retain the position, mag-reclassify for the principal position without passing the empty position. Tama po ba? Yes po, tama po. Because during the 3-year transition period, NCRUSH passers holding head teachers and assistant school principal positions shall be considered as on-stream candidates, as mentioned po kanina ni Ms. Chanda. As such, they shall be provided professional development interventions to equip them to become full-fledged principals and to be prioritized for promotion or reclassification to appropriate school principal position without passing through the master teaching 1 position. So yun lamang po ang mga katanungan na nasagot. If you have any other additional concerns, meron po kaming ipa-flash mamaya at the end of this session, a Google form where you can send your feedback as well as your additional questions and queries. So we hope you now feel more prepared for what lies ahead of your career as prospective school heads. And now, as we come to the closing part of our activity, I want to thank each one of you for actively participating. And to officially close this program, may I call on Director Mario M. Bermudez, Officer in Charge of the Office of the Director 4, and also the Director 3 of the Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development.
Very much, Marga. Again, isang magandang umaga sa ating lahat, lalong-lalo na sa ating USEC Wilfredo Cabral at ang ating team mula sa BHROD, HRDD, kasama ng Division Chief Cecil Anyayahan and Chanda Crisostomo. Sa lahat ng mga participants online, again, isang magandang umaga sa ating lahat. And as we come to end this very important orientation, ladies and gentlemen, the expanded career progression system, I would like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for your active participation by listening to the topics being given by our USEC. And of course, your commitment to furthering the development of our educational system. Today, we have explored how this new framework is designed to not only to provide clearer career pathways, but also to support professional growth, leadership development, as well as the overall success of our schools. The provisions that we have discussed were part of the broader effort of the department to empower everyone, empower our educators, reward excellence, talking about reward excellence, and build a system where every individual's contribution is recognized and valued. The expanded career progression ensures the teacher progression to higher position is developmental, merit-based, and in accordance with standards, not credential-based like in our previous promotion system. And with this, we envision that teachers' promotion will be self-based, depending on the quality of your, of course, teaching practices. I encourage all of you to take the insights, the strategies, and tools shared today and apply them to your daily work. As prospective school leaders, your leadership plays a pivotal role in implementing these changes and ensuring their successes. Once again, thank you for your attention, your participation, and your dedication, ladies and gentlemen. I wish you all the best as you take the new steps in your leadership journeys. Together, we will continue to make our schools uh, as places of growth, innovation, and achievement. And we look forward to seeing the positive impact of the expanded career progression system into action as we enhance the professional growth of our teachers and improve education quality in our country. So once again, isang magandang umaga sa ating lahat at maraming salamat everyone.
Thank you, Director Bermudez, for your reaffirmation of our endeavors. So, before we officially close our program, I'd like to share some important announcements. So, first, to help us improve the conduct of our future activities, as well as to gather additional questions that you may still have in mind, we encourage you to accomplish the form flashed on the screen or accomplish it using the QR code. Additionally, as mentioned earlier, relevant resources used during this orientation, which includes the slide presentation and also a recording of this orientation, will be provided to you right after the orientation. So kindly expect po to have this posted in the DepEd Bureau of Human Resource and Organizational Development Facebook page in the coming days. So that officially concludes our online orientation for our Luzon participants. And remember that we're here to support you and at the same time provide technical assistance as you needed. So that concludes our online orientation. Have a great day ahead and we'll see you at our future activities. This has been your host, Ms. Marika P. Mampusti. Have a good